Okay, thank you so much. I am Kudirat Jimoh, one of the co-founders of WAAQ Fusion Integrated Services here in Nigeria. Of course, you've made little introduction of WAAQ Fusion, but let me reiterate about what we do at WAAQ Fusion briefly. Okay, so WAAQ Fusion Integrated Services is a Lagos-based edtech startup founded in 2020 with aims to partner with educators and government to improve the existing education system. With focus on education technology, adoption, and integration. We also render consultancy services on curriculum development and education technology, school strategic planning, and school financing training. At WAAQ Fusion, we know that robotics and STEM education is more than a collection of amazing robots and exciting building manipulators. It's a full-fledged curriculum that demands unique technique skills. So, WAAQ Fusion Integrated Services in partnership with Avishkaar is poised to revolutionize robotics and STEM education with an immersive platform to take to teach 21st century skills like coding, robotics, artificial intelligence, and Internet of Things in Nigerian schools. Of course, we all know that Avishkar is number one in education robotics in India and has the world portfolio of award-winning robotics kits, as a world portfolio of award-winning robotics kits and courses specifically designed for kids and children of different ages, keeping in mind the child's skills, interests, and attention span at every certain age. So WAAQ Fusion decided to go with Avishkar in order to give all this package, all these portfolios to Nigerian children and as well Nigerian parents. Okay, we partnered with Avishkar in 2023, and what motivated us was we were on the journey of giving more to the children to the Nigerian children. You know, I run a school here in Nigeria, and I discovered that most of the kits we've been using are not so fantastic. They were not helping us in the lab. The children were not able to integrate the learning of AI, IoT, coding, and at the same time robotics and STEM into one curriculum. So immediately we saw Avishkar, it was a deal breaker for us. So that was exactly what brought us to Avishkar. Fantastic, I must say. It's been a roller coaster of, learning, a roller coaster of moving forward, a roller coaster of being in ed tech. Before everyone we're just talking about educational technology without concrete kits, concrete materials to work with. Now we can integrate. It's been a fantastic experience. Let me say. Now the children are able to understand that the coding they're learning has an application right on Avishkar kits. You understand? The children were able to integrate artificial intelligence. Before we were teaching artificial intelligence in isolation of what the application it brings. Now Avishkar has given us a hedge to integrate all this learning together. It's been a fantastic experience. Okay. Let me first start from the fact that we've done quite numbers of exhibitions. The CEO, Mr. Tarun Bala, was in Nigeria, and the first exhibition we did was a fantastic one. We sold out. So it was an expansion. Let me quickly. Yes, we sold out all the kits we took to the exhibition. It was a success story. So, and he experienced that, of course. Ms. Pucha was able to see that we were able to quickly restock. And those schools, some schools here in Nigeria that had been looking forward to achieve great things with robotics learning, were able to partner with us early enough, you understand, to make the dream come true, the vision come true. So it's one of the success story. Recently, we've just concluded another exhibition here in Nigeria. It's one of the biggest exhibition in Nigeria. So say 2024. And I must say that it's brought about more connection to our business. Those that have been looking out for robotics for learning. Robotics, people believe robotics is more of a toy than learning. Those that were looking for robotics for learning, the educational aspect and technological aspect of learning really came to our stand, and they were happy with what we were doing. So it's been a fantastic experience and a growth in the business that so many people are getting aware of Avishkaar kits. In fact, most of the time when people call us, I do receive so many calls, and they'll say they want to buy Avishkaar kits. They usually don't even remember what is behind Avishkaar in Nigeria. It's Avishkaar they are making. So it's a good one. It's a positive one on our side. Thank you.
Amazing to hear. That was your first exhibition.
Yeah, first exhibition was a great one. Of course, Mr. Tarun was part of it. So everybody wanted to communicate with him and, gist with him. And, he gave all the room. It was so happy here in Nigeria as well. And that actually gave us a breakthrough into the markets because, some people sometimes might feel the kids or what we are advertising is not real. But having the CEO himself live and direct here in Lagos, here in Nigeria, was a real deal breaker. So it was a good experience, and so many schools that could not afford it then are still on our, they are still on our list. We're following up, and the only thing is some of those schools feels like, oh, this kit is a bit expensive, for them to actually get to buy it. But of course, they have plans. They have plans for it. Some people were asking for the durability of the kits, and of course, they could confirm that the durability is amazing. So it's been a positive experience, a great one for that matter. Okay. The support has been so tremendous. Let me pick it from that aspect. You are so fast and swift, in solving issues. And that actually gave us a good rest of mind that we have you there. And the ability for you to come to the minimum aspect of, complain. There is no, at any point in time, there has not been any stupid complaint to Avishkaar team, I must say. Sometimes you might just feel like, oh, this complaint is so little, don't worry, we'll attend to it. You have never neglected any form of a complaint under, support and communication. Communication has been open. We are so sure that you're there for us, and we are propagating the same to all those that coming to partner with us. That we have a main company at Indian, and they are available to support us everywhere. So we really appreciate that. At the particular time, there was a time where we were talking about changing a particular part from our lead instructor, and we emailed the support team, and it was solved. Almost immediately from the support team, and of course, your communication line is open all the time as well. It's a good one. Thank you. Okay, now let me pick it from the student aspect. Let's start from the student aspect. Okay, the student has been children are always eager to have their hands on, to have their hands on something. Now, giving them the opportunity of a project, of a challenge, it actually makes them look forward to school all the time. That is the first aspect. Because, they now have a purpose. When you give children a purpose of learning, purpose of achieving something, purpose of solving a problem, when you give them a challenge under for on a project, they couldn't sleep. Most of the time you see them telling their parent that they have a project they need to finish up. So the eagerness to be in school, the joy in their face that they're able to finish a particular task. Most of the time the challenges were tasks to them. The collaborative measures of them thinking together and trying to solve one goal, has actually improved their thinking skills. I must say, it has improved their creativity because when you give them a challenge, all of them were thinking at the same time. They were dropping their initiative. They were trying to see if their innovation can work. If their innovation can work, and immediately they were able to get the results. Is a spike of interest. It's always the happiness, the joy in them shows that learning is taking place and shows that they want to solve as many problems as possible. So on the student part, it's been another feat, another exposure of knowledge to them, another learning path, you understand, that they crave for. Normal learning in classroom, 4 walls of the classrooms, bore students. They feel bored sometimes, when teachers just stay in front of them and teach and teach without anything to really give them, involvement, to give them an involvement. So these days, students are more eager to actually participate with Avishkaar kids. You understand? They are solving problems, actually. They are collaborating. And truly, their critical thinking is developing. You understand? So it's all aspects of learning for them. And parents are really thanking us that it's been long they saw the interest of learning in their children. So it's a holistic level of, exposure for both students, the teachers, and the parents. For the teachers here in Nigeria, I think most teachers were used to normal abstract learning. It's like you asking them to become an alien of, yes, by using the keys. But now their interest, for instance, let me give you an example of Al-Azima team. Al-Azima team were ordinary teachers that are teaching the normal subjects, but they have science background. Now that we've introduced them, we've trained them on Avishkaar kits, they are no more ordinary teachers. They are now EdTech teachers. You understand? Teachers that are technologically inclined, and it improves their skills, it improves their portfolios, it improves their CV, their curriculum vitae, and it makes them more relevant. Teachers these days are not those that had learned in the past. They are the ones that are on learning and relearning. So Al-Azima teachers were able to actually, I actually did not, in my school, I did not employ a tech teacher. I actually turned my present teacher to tech teachers, and they were able to pick the journey. And the same thing with our partners as well. We actually encourage them to turn their present teachers to tech teachers using Avishkaar kits. And that actually brought them the knowledge of understanding coding, little coding block, block programs, understanding little of artificial intelligence, because a teacher that wants to teach the children cannot actually teach without understanding the concept of what they want to teach. So it's a whole learning process for pupils, for students, for teachers, at the same time to parents and the school, which actually brought in the community in all. You understand? Because by the time we showcase what the children, what the students were able to achieve, the whole community are interested. You understand? They are really interested in what we offer. So it's been a great experience with Avishkaar Kids, Avishkaar team, and it's been a wonderful learning process to everybody. Let me first start from, if I will recommend Avishkaar to any organization, I would say that if you're an organization that looks forward to the future and you actually want to be part of those that changes the narration of what our education holds, partner with Avishkaar. If we are an organization that looks forward to making our children relevant now and in the future, partner with Avishkaar. If you're an organization that looks forward to making sense out of whatever learning process you are giving to the children, and you are thinking of being a problem solver in the community, partner with Avishkaar. Now, when it now comes to learning, solving problem actually brings the financial freedom. Avishkaar Kids also gives the financial freedom to everybody, every participant, irrespective of who is involved. You understand? From the student to the parents to the organization to the parents, it brings that back financial freedom to every part of it. So if you are the type that is looking for financial freedom, partner with Avishkaar. So it's a whole lot. It's a lot of goodies in one box with Avishkaar. Okay, one of the areas I would like to share is that mostly people are driving towards the drone aspect. So whenever we introduce Avishkaar kits to them, the request for if we solve a problem with drones as well. That how can Avishkaar, yes, how can Avishkaar bring drones into it? So we want Avishkaar to look into that aspect. Then, because this is new, I won't lie to you, this is new in Nigeria. And it's not that robotics has not been going on in Nigeria. We've been saying this for the past, robotics has been on for 5 years ago, but having the kit to work with is a bit new. And I will want to say that Avishkaar kits is one of the most durable and beautiful as well, attractive kits we have here in Nigeria. So the aspects of integrating it into different apps is one of those things that was raised, during our workshop. Those the other businesses were like, oh, how can we partner with you? And we are doing this business. How can we integrate this into what we are doing? You understand? So in one way or the other, we like Avishkaar to look into more of integrations of with collaborating with other, problem-solving companies. That's another aspect. Then from the business aspect of it, from our angle, I think the easy shipping. You understand? Easy receiving end from our end here, receiving aspect. It needs to be looked into. I think we've talked about it the other time, so that it will be easier for us to bring into the country. Then a constant, constant availability of online workshop. We can as well create online workshop, a big one, different countries, and make it, a successful one. Apart from the one that Avishkar organized in January, I think January or February of every year. I think we need the biannual, that is maybe twice in a year, of exhibitions that goes from one country to another, country-wise exhibition, so that, all Avishkar partner comes into a particular country and, to actually promote what we have. For instance, if Nigeria is hosting a Avishkar global competition, all countries, all your partners comes into Nigeria and would make it big. So that is one aspect, overall aspect of experience we want to have here in Nigeria. And different aspect of it. I know your team are doing great job, and we appreciate that we are in partner with you.